I'm live. I don't even know if anyone's on. I just thought I would come on randomly. See if anyone's on. See if anyone fancies a reading. That should be people. Because I don't know about everybody else, but what an evening. What an evening. Hi, Gemma. What an evening. What an evening. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now that that's all over with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm sure I'll be fine. I've gone with very black and white decks today. I don't know what that's all about. So yeah. Hey everybody. So yeah, very random. I know I don't normally come on this time of night. I don't normally come on a Wednesday. What's today's t-shirt? Today's t-shirt is Someday We'll Find It, the Rainbow Connection. Because it's the first day of Pride today. So hi everybody. Today's t-shirt is, Someday You'll Find It, the Rainbow Connection. And my favourite version of that song is by Gwen Stefani on a Disney album that they did once. Years and years ago. Random fact. But yeah. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dina. So yeah, I'm just on. I'm just decompressing. I've just been to the sea to decompress from Herb and Depp. And yeah, I'm on. So yeah, I love the song too, and Gwen does it such amazing justice with her singing. Are we really going with that one tonight? Okay, fine. So yeah, if you'd like a message, let me know. Let me know. I'm only on for a little while. Just thought I'd pop on. I said to Terry I was going to come on. I was like, I'm going to go on live tonight. He goes, oh, what time are you going on? I was like, oh, about 8 o'clock. And then, of course, the verdict was like, they will be putting it on at 8 o'clock. Hi, Jared. They will be, and hey, Amy. They will be putting it on at 8 o'clock. And I was like, poopsicles. Oh, where's my card holder? Oh, I don't have it. I don't have. There you go. So this is what happens when you come on randomly. You forget your runes. You forget your card holder. We'll just go straight with tarot. Right. Honestly. I'm just dumbfounded. I thought he'd win one. I didn't think he'd win all 3 counts, but there you go. So let's see. Who was the first one? Who said that? Let's go with Amy then. Amy. Hi, Terry. Okay. Amy. So, first of all, I love that you are opening up to the universe, for want of a better description. Opening up. I mean, her third eye has a little heart on it, like opening up. And the more that you are trusting self and loving self and healing self. Oh, thank you, Gemma. I forgot that that goes up. I always forget that that's up on there. Sorry, I need to keep an eye on that then, don't I? The more you are trusting self and understanding self, and the more love and compassion you show yourself, the more progress you seem to be making. And I don't know if you're starting to get clearer insight. Those cards are Sasurai Bito by Stasia Burrington. Incredible artist, incredible artist. I think I have most of her decks. But there is progress being made on a passion project, on a... Is this a spiritual journey? Perhaps it's a spiritual journey. I see lots of stars and galactic. Maybe not galactic, but like stars, the sky. So I don't know if you've been looking at studying astrology as part of that. But learning to trust your own intuition, trusting what's coming in. Started drawing spirit. Oh, wow. That's cool. Have you started sharing your artwork, Amy? I feel like you should be sharing your artwork with others. Also, I don't know if you're in the Ascending Butterflies group, but there might be a connection to something in there. But starting to see progress, starting to see a way forward, starting to look at ways and places that maybe you want to grow. And if there's a way to get some sort of direction on that. I see study of some kind. I feel like you've gone through one transformation and you're about to go into another one, but I don't necessarily, I think you're more in control of this transformation than a previous one. Like, I did that one, right? What's the next thing I need to work on? What's the next thing I need to study? What's the next thing I need to bring into my toolkit to help me? Because I feel like there's a lot of shadow work been done. Amazing. Was that sharing out on social media? Because if you have, could you send me the link so I can follow you? Because it feels amazing. Definitely starting to get clarity, making decisions, assessing a way forward, knowing what areas to follow up in or develop in. But definitely sit under the stars. I don't know if you've been camping or going camping. There's something about hi everybody. Don't know if there's something about going camping, but getting out from the light noise. I have a path now. I've done loads of shadow work, been a hermit for weeks. Okay, that's cool. It does feel like you've smashed that lesson, and I don't know if there's like, if there is another one, it feels like you're choosing to go in and do some more rather than being made to. A lot of wisdom, a lot of wisdom. I like that. But yes, I like that. I don't even know if that was just a confirmation thing for you. Just get what I've got. Hi, everybody. Hi. So I hope that is useful in some way, Amy. All I know is your crown is very open and your third eye, and it's all expanding super quick. I love it. Gemma. Gemma is next. Do you know, I think I'm going to keep this deck tonight. That's nothing against the rest of you guys. Because I can use you for other things in a minute. Okay, Gemma. No, my keyboard is not going to be the same as my husband made me a card holder, but I've seemed to have moved it back out to my room and back again. Okay, Gemma, the need for strength, willpower. Where you've previously worn your heart on your sleeve, there is I'm glad, Amy. You've worn your heart on your sleeve previously, and that has got you hurt. And I don't know if there is a situation where those memories are coming back round or trigger points are coming back round and it's leaving you reflective or sat in some sort of, I mean, we're in Mercury retrograde, right? So anything about our exes is coming up. Anything about anything. I mean, just look what's happened today, going back over old stuff. To bring stuff up, but I feel like there is something. I don't know if today's been a hard day or that there's been some triggers coming up, and for you, I feel like you're more balanced as you approach them now. and it's about making different decisions, different choices, more practical choices for you to move forward in a way that for you to have growth the way you want to, and actively choosing you and actively taking up the space, actively choosing this is the direction I want to go in, this is what I want to achieve, and being a little bit selfish actually, in the best way. Where do you want your horizons to go to? Yeah, there's decisions. And with that, you really have to, decisions coming up, you have to, I feel like it's more of a spiritual choice for you this time round. I think that's the difference from before to now. There's a spiritual element to it, and you've been delving deep and finding where you sit with certain things and how that will move you forward. Like, is this going to make me happy? Is it going to make me fulfilled? Is this really going to, is this part of my path? I feel like that's what you're doing now. You're making choices. Is this part of my path? Is this part of my growth? But that's okay to take your time to make a decision. And I think that's the difference. Rather than reacting and making snap decisions, you're now sitting back and assessing it in lots of ways, lots of different layers, lots of different ways, and responding, taking the time that you don't have to make an answer right away. You don't have to give an answer right away. It's okay to take your time and space and make a different choice. It's responding rather than reacting. And I think that's the growth. Yes, what prioritizes you, your health, your growth. I like that. Centering self. Oh, what's this one flicked over? The world, travel, movement. You'll find someone who can do more physically as I'm going on holidays, etc. Oh, okay. But that's about you. Yeah, that's you prioritizing yourself, making different decisions. And that's a big lesson for you to prioritize self, because I don't think you've done that previously. And also loving who you are in this moment, regardless, not taking your value from another person. Because what you're saying doesn't feel, oh, you are feeling very secure, very insecure. Oh, that would be why that was upside down to begin with. You have grown so much. So much, even in a year. Very, the last year has been brutal. Oh, okay, that's why that's coming up, judgment again. So the card before the world is judgment. So it's a lesson, prioritizing self, that honoring your needs and what you require. You've been hurt, and it's okay to say I've been hurt, and it's about putting different boundaries up for yourself and for them. And you have grown so much this year, and what a year to have had. Like, there's been everything thrown at you this year, and you are still here, and you are making those different choices. Just remember to keep making them, keep making those choices. And you need to trust your gut. I think you've ignored your gut in the past, and if your gut is telling you something, there's a reason it's telling you that. And you need to assess. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what, do you assess whether it's just a trigger or if there's something to it, because it's almost like you need to learn when you're gaslighting yourself now, if that makes sense. And if you're worried about, investing too hard and something not working out, then play low key. Don't invest emotionally. Just go in for, having some fun and seeing what's what. And that may mean you choosing to leave, and that may mean you choosing to stay, but only you can make the decision. Self-reflection. I feel like it's about you taking your time before you make any big decisions either way. At least that's what I've got. That's what's coming through. I hope that helps, Gemma, in some way. Some of that felt a bit heavy, but generally it was that you need to be more empowered, working on you, and anything else is a bonus. Okay, so who's next? Kelly. Kelly. Beautiful Kelly. Powerful Kelly. Hi, Alison. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everybody. If I missed saying hi, I'm really sorry. Okay. Tough weekend. It's not a weekend, is it? Why does it feel like a week? It's because it's a bank holiday for us tomorrow, isn't it? It's the Jubilee weekend over here. And I think that's what it is, Gemma, but don't dismiss everything. Take note of everything and make a decision. I'm not saying anyone's cheating on you. I'm just saying it's you learning discernment between what is you and what is your trigger, if that makes sense, Gemma. Oh, it was a tough weekend. Okay. And it's like you've just kept your head again up over the water. Look, she's literally, head is just out the water, still overwhelmed, still not still raw, renewed rawness. Wednesday is the new Friday. It is. Maybe I'll get myself a mega pint of something. It'd be a soft drink though, because I don't really drink. But I feel like, Kelly, by you channeling that overwhelm and those feelings and channeling it into a project, and I feel like this is collaborating with another person, you bring about healing not only for you but for others too. And because you're making that difference, that brings you some sort of emotional fulfillment. There is some warming of the heart space, almost a feel of a call. Alison had to carry you. Alison is incredible, which is incredible considering what she had that weekend too. There is something from March time to link back to right now. It's like something in the last 3 months, there has been this 3 months, this honoring of the path. I feel like something was awakened end of March, beginning of April. Activated? No. Is that a word that I want to use? I don't know. But there is something that happened March, April time that initiated and has titrated its way through to now for you finding, oh, wait, yes, this is my path. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so there is this element of listening to that and honoring the heart space, which although raw, allows you to channel that. Oh, you had your visit with Alison at the end of March. Okay. Was that as long ago as that? I thought that was like a couple of weeks ago. But there is something from that that has set you on the path to this emotional fulfillment and a healer's journey. What's this one telling me? Yeah, the Chariot. Now that horse looks panicked, and normally this card is about balance, but I think this is more about taming and balancing in order to be productive and move forward. So like almost when wildness hits, finding the calm and centeredness to be able to bring things together to help progress. It's about channeling the animalistic tendencies into something productive, not getting rid of them completely, just finding a way to use them and harness them so that you can absolutely be productive. It's a bit like having the anxiety and going, well, this anxiety is a part of me. How can I actually use it? How can I use this feeling? Like I get overwhelmed by other people's feelings. So how can I use that to my advantage? How can I harness that energy and use that in a way that's productive? So you understand other people's feelings and you understand people's fears, and then you can understand what they would need in that moment. And so you can put those things in place. I feel like with each step that you are on your journey, and another one, if you look at where you were a year, 18 months ago, very different place. And it's about recognizing that there has been this windy path where we've had slow progress and obstacles to get over, and then but being so focused on the end goal that you keep putting one in front of the other. And there have been times where you've barely kept your head above water, but it's about recognizing how much progress you have absolutely made, and how perhaps this weekend that's just happened, how would you have responded to that weekend a year ago, or the year before that, or the year before that? And seeing that although it may be slow progress, there has been progress. And I don't think yours is slow by any stretch of the imagination, Kelly, but it's not my perception of how much progress you've made. It's how much you feel you've made and you honoring your journey. And I feel like there are still some tweaks to do within this journey. There are still some tweaks to bring balance. But again, I feel like you have smashed a life lesson, a huge one for you. And it's like I'm just learning a new way of being, and it's about having a new, not a new direction, but an honoring of the past so far, and an honoring of being open to what the path onward could entail. I don't know if you're getting to a point where you can start taking on other people's burdens too, but be mindful not to take too many of them on, because if you take too much on that isn't yours, it's going to bog you down and hinder your progress and your movement forward. So it's about balancing between, your path forward and how much you take on of other people. Because I feel like you're in a place where you can take on people, other things, other people, but don't take on everybody. It's about assessing what you do and don't take on, that what's going to balance you and what's going to unbalance you, and what's progress, and do you move forward. It's a bit like running a marathon, right? It's But you've just had a broken leg, so you're not going to be able to run the 26 miles right away, but you can probably, take it up to a jog today instead of a walk. You can run for a little bit. You might get 2 or 3 miles done instead of 26. It's about assessing where you are on the journey and what you can and can't carry, because you don't want to take on too much and then break your leg again, so to speak. It's about having the focus on the end and knowing when to rest, knowing when to move forward, when to take on food and water, when to let the rubbish go. but I feel like you're much more connected to the heart space now. There's been so much healing here, and that makes it easier to do the work, to move forward with the work. Crescent moon is today. There is a shadow. Echoes of learning to release what I allow in from others. Yes. I just got coffee from the Hoe. Pier 1 does the best coffee. If you're ever in Plymouth and along the Hoe and the Barbican, Pier 1 do the best coffee. We know, we check them all. That was our mission for a while. So yes, absolutely. I know you still want to push boundaries. I know you still have shadow work to do. I know you still have stuff to do. But it's about assessing and strategizing how you move forward. You have the luxury of assessing now. You have the luxury of commanding and pulling in tools and resources and people when you need to, when you're like, no, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to survive this. I know what my tools are and I'm bringing them in and I'm bringing them on board. And that's exactly what you've done. I feel like once Mercury retrograde gets out the way in the next couple of days and its shadow releases a little bit, you may feel that move forward, that ability to absolutely harness everything. But right now it's assessment time. I think that's what we're done. I need to do something on Mercury retrograde at some point, because that's the point of Mercury retrograde. Yes, these things come out the woodwork and shadows come up, but they come up so that we can assess them and make different choices, or so we can make different choices should they come up again. You're a warrior, Kelly, a warrior. You've got 2 of Swords, so it could be a decision or a conversation you don't want to have coming up, but that doesn't feel any time kind of soon. And it didn't give me a time scale. It just told me it will come when it comes, but there is a tough conversation or a tough dialogue or monologue. Is it a monologue or a dialogue? I don't know. You'll be speaking. And that isn't to mean that something horrible's coming in. I just feel like it's something that's come up that you might want to talk about, that might be hard to talk about, if that makes sense. I hope that's helpful in some way, Kelly. Oh, if you are still here, let me know. Good. I'm glad that makes sense to you. It didn't feel like it was horrible, but it felt like there was going to be a conversation that you feel is going to be a hard one to do. But once you do it, once you offload whatever's in that that you have to say, that helps clear your path some more. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Thank you, whoever shared it out, because I did not think to do that, because I just popped on. Normally when I'm on, I know I'm coming on, I just go and share it everywhere. So if anybody wants to share it in Magpie, you are more than welcome to do that. On words that will be needed. You will know. You will know. We're in Gemini season. Gemini are all about conversations. So they are flip-floppy as well, though, aren't they? They're like the twins. One's one, one's the other. Which, again, Chariot is bringing the 2 halves together in unison. So, yeah. Gina Clello. Clulo? Clello. Clello. You. You... I don't know if you've been doing some soul searching. First of all, I don't know if you like the film Labyrinth, but I don't know if you're supposed to watch that. And I don't have the deck with me to pull the cards from the Labyrinth deck, but I also feel this day is coming major doors. Yes, I think that's exactly what it is, Kelly. Okay. So Gina, sorry. There is the film Labyrinth, first of all. The other thing I feel is that hi Kim. The other thing I feel is if not, I don't know if you've helped someone in a situation and they perhaps said, if you help me, I will do so and so, and then you've helped them in and out of their situation and then they've left you high and dry afterwards. I don't know if they're asking for help again, or you feel that's the way it's going to go, that they will just, you'll give them something and they will not give back. I feel like you have to honor your happiness and your contentment. Help them if it's okay for you not to get anything back the other way. Sorry, he's getting biscuits out of the cupboard. It's about you prioritizing what you want and need, and that may be you choosing to take time out and go within and assess who you are and what you want, who you are and what you want, what you need. Because I don't know if there's something you want to do. I don't know if you've done this reflection and it's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you to be the one that gets to go and do what you've always wanted to do. And for you to do that, you're going to need to bring in help. You're going to need to strategize. You're going to need to have tough conversations. Because I feel like there's something you want to do that you've never got round to doing because you've always prioritized everybody else. You've helped somebody else go and get what their true desire is, or you've helped several people. And right now it's about you. Feel very stuck at the moment. Okay. Basically, hi Beth. So you have a labyrinth. And the wonderful thing about a labyrinth is that all you have to do is choose one hand and put your hand on the wall, and you will find your way to the middle and you will find your way back out just by putting your hand out. It's not a maze, it's a labyrinth. So all you need to do is choose something to follow and you will not go wrong. You cannot fail to reach where you're supposed to with the labyrinth. You will end up where you're supposed to. So it may be that you just need to do one choice. Do I choose this or that? Make a choice. What makes your heart sing when you choose what you want to do? What makes you happy? And it's about being a little bit selfish and it's about communicating that. Because I feel like there was something for you that was either started or never got started, whatever it is. Something never had the chance to find its full potential with you. And it's about you going, now is my time for me to do that thing that I wanted to do. And it's going to take effort, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take a lot of investment on your part. It's going to take planning, but it's time for you to. I know, Tracy. I'll get to that in a second. It's about you starting to follow your passion, follow your instinct, follow your intuition, follow your passion. What it is you feel compelled. What do you feel you should have done or you should be doing? What is your talent? Because it's that you're supposed to be doing that. And if that's what you're supposed to be doing, then there is kind of no wrong way of doing that to get to that point. And I say that because it has this symbol in the back, which is, and if you see these two wands are intertwined and that they keep crossing over again and again and again. And this kind of feels like that's your path that you keep but they're both heading in the same direction. So it doesn't really matter which one of these you take, you're still going to end up where you're supposed to. And that's also what this symbol in the back is. It's our compass to home. It's our compass to who we truly are. It's our way to who we truly are meant to be. So if you are feeling lost, it's okay to take time and go, okay, how does this feel in my heart? How does this feel in what does my heart desire? What do I feel called to do? And it's okay to start doing that. You may even have a foundation. You may have started it and left it and come back again. But you have the foundation, you have the fundamentals, you have the support around you for you to go and do that now. I hope that is of some use to you in some way, Gina. Okay. Let's see. Hi, kitty. Okay. Well, if you're asking, kitty. Okay, kitty. Let's just do this quickly. You have your friend has options, more options than maybe she's aware of. So allow herself to ponder all the possibilities, not just the ones that seem obvious. You are so welcome, Gina. She has to weigh up. You're going to have to do a bit more research into the options. Don't make a choice yet. Something's coming in the next 30 days that is going to change the game a little bit. So right now, take the path of least resistance, the least commitment to anything. Something else is coming in. Then she can make plans. Then she can make plans. Then she can make decisions. But there's more information coming in. And this thing that comes in, it's going to feel like a challenge at first. It's going to feel like a bad thing coming in. But again, it's come in, but it gives more options. So, or more color or texture to whatever she needs to do to make the decisions, the options. So right for now, it's patience. Wait for more information coming in. I don't know why I've got to tell her toe the line. She just needs to toe the line for a minute. And then when she gets something coming in, which is going to be heart-centered, this thing coming in is going to be heart-centered, but it's going to allow her to get her bearings on what is actually really going on and what she really needs to be doing. And I don't know why I'm punching it there, but there you go. She'll know the path after that. She'll be able to make plans and strategies. She'll have all the information to make a fully informed decision from that point on. And it will be a change of direction, I feel. Whatever she's doing right now is okay for right now, but something's coming in that will change where she goes and what she does with it. I hope that's helpful. There's abundance. So whatever she's leaving now will move into something else. This is to do in line with her situation. Okay. There's a PayPal link at the top if you want to, Kitty. There's no it's only if you're called. But thank you, Kitty. I am very pleased with the verdict, Dawn, because I didn't realize how much I needed him to win. Not because I'm a big fan or anything, just because there were parts of his story. Obviously, I didn't lose a finger, but there were parts of his story that I lived through, and I lived through some of the stuff that Amber was alleging. So I kind of knew she wasn't truthful, shall we say. And it just, I don't know, though, it just, I will never get what Johnny is asking for, and not because I've pushed it or persecuted or anything. It's not that. I gave myself closure. I gave myself justice. But I don't know. I don't know. I just really felt that it was. I just felt it was a. I don't know. When he won, I just sat there and went, "Oh, somebody in this situation got justice," and that seemed to be enough for me, if that makes sense. I think if you've been through it, you can understand how you, the empath in you feels what they feel, if that makes sense. Okay. It's so important, Beth, because it is men too. There are men that are abused, and it's horrific, and they go without justice because they have to tough it up. But like men's mental health, really, they have to tough it out. Toxic masculinity doing dangerous things with that, though. With it, they're not speaking out about mental health. My ears are ringing like crazy. Okay, Dawn. Dawn. You got 3 straight away. Dawn, I don't know if I only came on a little while ago, Sarah. I got the verdict. I watched Emily D. Baker till she finished. Then we went to the sea. I got a coffee. And Terry went, "You said you'd go on tonight." And I went, "Yeah, but there was a verdict." And he went, "It's not too late. You never know." I was like, "Okay." Because I always come on and go, "I wonder if anyone will be on." I have, Tracy. And one day I might, but it's not. It's not the same. I thought I'd be triggered more by the trial, and I wasn't. It's just, yeah. But yes, so Dawn. Yes, Kitty, in a second. I will do you next, Kitty. Dawn, for you, the thing that stops you taking the leap when you don't listen to your instincts and then something happens. I don't know if there's something you do when something goes wrong. And you need to get to the root of why you do that. So, like, okay, because that is what's holding you back from a new practice. It's like you need to break some cycle in some way and find a new way of dealing with something. But that's going to take willpower to break this habit, whatever it is. Right. So, like my mum, right? My mum, when she's sad, has sweets, chocolate sweets, because when she was younger, her mum would take her to the dentist. And because it really hurt, because she had braces and everything, my nan would buy her some sweets as a treat to cheer her up. So now, when my mum is sad or in pain, she eats sweets. And she told me that she eats the sweets. So, I don't know if when you're triggered by something, you automatically go to the crutch, so to speak. You go to the thing that makes you feel better. I mean, that can be like, even just like every time I feel sad, I have cheese, or every time I feel sad, I buy something, or every time I do that, because I don't know if it's about going, right, why do I do that? Why do I do that habit that I know I need to stop? Why do I do that? And as you go to do it next time, stop and go, why do I do that? Get curious, really get curious with it, because I don't, that it's not as big a trigger as you think it is. It is just simply finding the reason why and then finding some other way of dealing with it. And that gives you back the power of control to make a different choice. And it may be that you find something else that's more healthy, a healthier thing for you to be doing in that situation. But even when we're triggered and we go to our go-to, that is our intuition saying something's not right, but you're reacting in an automatic way. So you need to be listening to your gut of okay, something's not right, and I'm listening to my intuition. What I need to do is change my response because it's not healthy the way I'm dealing with what my intuition's telling me. And it's just about responding to your intuition rather than reacting. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. And it's just about getting curious with why, and then get curious with the solution. And then I just feel like there's a whole new phase for you coming in of breaking some sort of habit. It gives you back the power, the control. Um, yes, lean into the why you're avoiding that. And it may mean that you get some support for whatever it is. But I just feel like it's when you do it, it's because you're imbalanced in some way, if that makes sense. Something's knocked you off kilter, and it's just about sitting in it rather than avoiding it. At least that's what I'm getting anyway. I hope that helps in some way, Dawn. I don't know who guru. There's a guru. Is there a guru? I don't know. I don't. Okay, very quickly for Kitty, and then let's see. Kitty, very quickly. What have I got for Kitty? Okay. Material constriction. Something, I don't know if this is physical within the body. Oh, I'm glad, Dawn. Something physical within the body. I'm going to go to Beth next, just so everybody's aware I'm going to Beth after. So, I don't know if you've been physically feeling weaker, or I don't know if there's money. I don't know. There's something materially restricted right now. And this is going to sound really weird, but you are powerful and can manifest whatever is lacking. It's about recognizing that it's magic, basically. I don't know if you're looking for magic. There is a creative solution to some form of material restriction, whether that's physically or I don't know if this is cash. I don't know. I don't know if it's literally a plant. I don't know. But there is something that could be lacking, or you feel is lacking in your world, in the material 3D world. And you have the magic and the power and the strength to find a creative solution to bring in the abundance that you feel is lacking. I don't know if it actually is lacking. I just feel like you feel it's lacking, or something is lacking, but you have the power to bring that in. Let's have a look. I'll have a look. I don't know if you think something isn't, you're assessing something. I feel really dizzy with this. This is really weird. Okay. So I don't know if you feel like something should be more than what it is. Basically, I have to clarify, I have the Seven of Pentacles, which is obviously assessing if something isn't what whether you should invest more time and effort in it. And then you have the Judgment card with the Tower card. That Tower card doesn't feel bad to me, though. It feels more like an awakening moment, like, oh, this is what's lacking, and I know how to get that. And then you can change you can change the game, basically. It is more like an epiphany, because that tower doesn't feel bad to me. I know the tower tends to be bad, but it feels like a whole change up of the game. It's like this isn't working out for me. Why is this not working out for me? And then it's, oh, that's not working for me. Because that was to clarify my 5 of Pentacles, why something wasn't where the restriction was. Because you then have the Queen of Wands with the Strength and the Queen of Pentacles, which to me would suggest that you can absolutely dig down and find any solution that would work to get you to that abundance again, to bring yourself back to full satisfaction. And that's Wands and Pentacles. So it's even something you're passionate about. This sounds really weird, but you could even use sex magic, Kitty, if you really wanted to. I just feel like there's some sort of blockage right now. That will, some sort of heaviness, overwhelm, blockage. And you just need to work out what's blocking you, what isn't blocking you, what is working, what isn't working. And it's just so close to that kind of satisfaction, very close. I was just talking about that earlier. It's so close to getting what you desire. It is just assessing what is and isn't working in your life. And it's not that anything is awful. It's not that anything's awful. It's just that you can't quite put your finger on what the thing is. And it's like by taking the time to go through it all and assess it, there's that, oh, it's that. But it's giving yourself the time and space to work out what that is. But yeah, you absolutely have. It won't be long until you get that clarity either. This could even be tied to your friends in some way, just because you also had a similar card. I don't know if you both have a similar thing going on, or the timing is very at the same time, like your epiphany, and I don't know if it's tied in some way, the two of you. Why is my ear sticky? That's weird. They're not lying to you. Sorry. You're not being paranoid. You're not being paranoid. But someone's determined to make you believe that they're not lying to you. Someone's gaslighting you. Your gut's told you that, though. Your intuition isn't wrong. And it's doing damage. Is that helpful, Kitty? That doesn't feel helpful. I'm not going to lie. These cards are very black and red. If the answer to that question, by the way, if you wanted to know those cards, Kitty, was the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords, with the Five of Swords, which the Five of Swords to me would be someone that's determined to get what they want, to have it their way, no matter the cost to anybody else, which to me would suggest that you would say, hey, this isn't right, and they would go, I don't know what you're talking about, that's not right. It just feels gaslighty. But your gut is telling you the truth. Does that make sense? Your intuition's on point, Kitty. It's hardly ever wrong. I know that from experience. It's hardly ever wrong. I hope that's helpful. That feels bad. Do you want some happy? Should I find you a happy? Oh, Magician. There you go. You already have everything you want to manifest any life you want. There was a Nine of Pentacles in there as well. It really is. I needed it. Okay, good. You know me, I'll just tell you it whether it's good or bad and just hope that it's helpful. Okay, Beth. Hey, Sam. Good. Beth, 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 Beth. Where did I see Beth? I said Beth was next. Is she still there? Beth Gill? Beth. Okay. Beth, Beth, Beth. Let's have a look. Beth. Okay, at the moment, balancing things. Also, if you are a mother, you are an incredible mother. Are there lots of yellow flowers in your garden at the moment? This feels like it's to do with a child. I'm not going to lie. And I'm really getting sensory garden. Why am I getting sensory garden? That's most bizarre. You have 2 daughters. I am on late, Sam, because I was going to come on at 8, but the Johnny Depp verdict came in at 8 o'clock, so I watched that. Got excited. Went to the sea. And on the way back, I went, I might go live when I get back. And Terry went, yeah, do that. And Terry's off tomorrow. It's bank holiday, so I can stay up late and sleep in. Plus, I don't often come on at this time. It's quite nice to get that. Beth, yours is all pentacles. You don't have a garden. Is it buttercups? I'm not going to lie, because it's buttercups on this. Sorry. I was going to say, there's something about buttercups. And I was like, there's flowers, yellow buttercups. It was buttercups. Kayleigh, don't doubt yourself. Okay, right. Okay. There's buttercups. There's also butterflies on here. And bees, and there is pentacles. So what I'm getting is, at the moment, you are balancing things. Also, the 2 daughters make sense because there's 2 rabbits there on that Queen of Pentacles, which is absolutely keeping the material running, seeing the bigger picture, making sure everybody has everything they need, fed. And I don't know if you're worried about one of the kids, because they're fine, by the way. There are no bad cards. There's nothing bad coming up in this. I don't know if you need the reassurance that there's anxiety coming in. That isn't, there's something's coming in to block a plan that you want. Oh, wow. Okay. Somebody's coming in. Okay. There is an obstacle. Someone is putting things in your way. I don't like this person's energy. They feel icky, oily to me, horrible, and like black, spiky energy. I don't like this person. They are putting obstacles in your way because they are so concerned with themselves. They're in some sort of survival mode themselves. It comes from a place where they're surviving. That doesn't condone what they're doing to you. But there is something going on with them. And so they are putting obstacles in your way. But all that's doing is stealing from you, for want of a better description, and putting blocks in the way of you moving forward from something. Is there some sort of... It's like, you know, the life you want, but this block is in the way and it's stopping you from being able to move forward into that life that you want. Okay. Okay, he ha to me, it feels like he has stuff going on, pressure going on, and he instead of dealing with problems, he just pretends they're not happening, or he goes for the quickest fix in order to kind of, he will go for a quick fix rather than a long-term solution. And because he sees things in short bursts, he's not seeing the longer picture, and he needs to see a bigger picture. He needs to see that, and I don't know if he keeps giving presents and gifts as in replacement for being a I think sometimes parents confuse giving their kids everything they want with everything that the kid needs. And it feels like, I don't know, showy gifts, chucking money at them rather than being emotionally available for that child. And I don't think the money necessarily comes to you. I think they will shower them with gifts when it's their turn, because I but the kid works it out. I don't know if your daughter likes books. There's something about books. Like, she would rather have quality time. I don't know if she likes spending time with him, not because he's bad, just because it doesn't feel like quality time, and she wants quality time with her dad, not stuff. I don't want things, I want a parent. Does she keep a diary? I feel like, "Hi, Karen." I feel like there's a diary, or a book, or somewhere she can write things out. They're both always reading. Okay. There's lots of books involved. I just feel like, is this the daughter with the buttercups, or is this a different one? Always has a diary, always reading and writing. Okay. I feel like it's a need to teach them to set boundaries, that it's okay for them as children to set boundaries with a parent, the other way around. And sometimes when we're the parent, it's really hard to go to, because sometimes it's about, um, so my daughter, all my kids actually, when COVID happened, they loved it. That sounds really weird, but they loved it because no one could just hug them and no one could just touch them. Like beforehand, they always felt that they had to let someone hug them. And when it came to COVID, people finally started saying, "Are you okay if I give you a hug? Are you okay if I give you a kiss? Are you okay if I come close to you?" And they went, "I really like," and then when they said, "Are the restrictions ending, mummy?" And we went, "Well, yeah, that's a really good thing." And they went, "Oh, because we really like the fact that, everybody has to ask to give us a hug." And I feel like that was my kids finally saying, "Hey, can we set this boundary?" And I don't know if your daughter wants to set some sort of boundary, and it's about teaching her now that she can put those boundaries in place. So if there is things that, um if something isn't right with her, if she feels something isn't right, or she's getting the short end of a stick, or something's not being respected, it's almost like, "Well, he doesn't listen to me. Is it worth me even talking?" And I don't know if it's worth helping her to set boundaries, to say, "Hey, it's okay." Even if that's teaching her with you that boundaries are okay, and then obviously she can then take that out further. but I feel like there is something about this. There needs to be boundaries. And also, I don't know if, because kids hear things as well. So um, I don't know if it's like setting boundaries, like, hey, I know you and mum aren't getting along about X, Y, Z. Can you not? I don't need to know about it. I'm here to spend time with you, not hear about how you and my mum aren't getting on. I don't know if that's like a boundary she needs to set. That's not in any, I don't know if that's the actual situation. That's just the vibe I'm getting, that there may be this energy of, hey, I'm here to spend time with you. I want to spend quality time with you. But when you're doing this, it takes it away. Like, there needs to be boundaries. You don't talk about mum while you're with me, or I won't talk about you while I'm with mum, or I don't know. There needs to be some sort of boundary that helps her to, I don't know. I don't even know if this is making sense. But I just feel like there is this kind of boundary that, and I just getting Snow White. Why am I getting Snow White? Is there a new? There isn't any contact, but the last time there was, he was talking about. Oh, okay. I just felt like Snow White, like the evil stepmother. Why did I feel that? What was that? But yeah, it could be that there's boundaries, teaching them boundaries. Maybe by showing them that you can do that too. But the home environment, your home environment feels like home to her. It does feel whole. It does feel complete. She does have everything she needs. She can see you're stressed, and she can see how much you sacrifice so that they have the happy home. And I don't know if you've been looking to move, but there could be a move for you coming up, a new home. I don't know if that's the thing you even want, but there could be. There's potential if you want to move house, but you are doing an incredible job, and you are enough just as you are, as a mother, as a person. Been trying to move for a while. There is a move within the next year for you. You are enough. Your confidence needs working on. You are enough. You are capable. I don't know who it is, but someone's saying, stop the naysaying. Stop the naysaying. I don't know. Feels like dad's side, grandmother. Stop the naysaying. Make sure you make time for fun. It doesn't have to cost anything, but make sure you make time for fun. Camping in the lounge, or because that's just bringing the duvets down, right? And watching the telly in the lounge and just all sleeping together. Girly sleepover in the lounge. I feel like it's about getting exciting new energy into the home by having fun, by kicking back. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. Finding little ways to have fun. Get playful, get creative. Go on Pinterest and find some things as well. I don't know what that's about. There's things on Pinterest to do or something, or see or read. But you're doing an incredible job as a mother. That needs to be told to you, and you're an incredible person as a human as well. So I hope that's helpful, Beth, in some way for you. Who is still around and who would like a reading? I'm going to go a bit quicker, I think, from here on in. Let's go a bit quicker from here on in. I hope that's helpful, Beth. Mm. Okay. I'm going to change the deck because they've been some pretty heavy things, and I'm going to get something a bit more fun. I don't know. They're all black and white. So let's see. I'll try and honor anyone that asks. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm glad, Kim. Also, your mum's incredible too, Beth, just so you're aware. Okay, Sarah Lockwood, first of all. Anyone who asks, I will try and honor, I promise. Sarah Lockwood, end of one cycle, movement. If it's all calm right now, there's a reason. Have a look at your Saturn placement in your birth chart, your natal birth chart, because that's where you perhaps feel constriction in some way. And it's about looking at where you struggle, where limits are put on you in whatever way. There's something in your birth chart, your natal chart for that. But there is a closing of one cycle, and it's okay to now get curious and playful and start thinking about the next adventure that you want to go on. Potentially with work. Is there something creative with work, some new avenue with work you want to do? Make sure you rest, because it's going to take a bit of effort to move into this new way. And do you like Lady and the Tramp? They're showing me the beaver from Lady and the Tramp where they get him to bite the strap, and it's just the way that whole thing just works, that life just she follows the tramp and somehow that takes her to where she's supposed to be and helps her get out of that situation. And although that was a struggle, I don't know, there's something about the scene with the beaver. But my tongue feels fairy too in your energy. What is that? Have you burnt your tongue? But yes, it's a time to reflect over how far you've come, the lesson you've just learned, and there's a time you need to rest, because you're going to need effort to get something going, that initial momentum to get something moving forward, potentially with work or business. Yeah, things are about to start moving for you. I hope that's useful in some way, Sarah. That's Beaver, though. He does that whistly thing with his teeth. Very bizarre. But yeah, Lady and the Tramp. Okay, James. I'm going to work my way down from here. So, okay. James, that one wants to go. Ace of Cups. Do you like Kraken rum? Do you like Kraken rum? I don't know. Anyway. I like this. Oh, good, Sarah, because that felt really random to me. So I'm glad it makes sense to you. I've learned just to go with whatever comes out my mouth these days. It's amazing. So, James, first of all, prioritizing your energy, because if you want to manifest something, which I think you do and you want to make happen, no, you don't. Is that no to the rum? It's okay. I just saw that it just looked like the Kraken rum bottle. Anyway. The only thing that is stopping you from bringing... Oh, well done. 5 years. That's amazing. You're supposed to be celebrating that. I'm pretty sure you should celebrate that. Obviously not with a drink. I don't drink either. It just looked like that. Maybe it's just the Kraken full stop. Where was I going? Oh, okay. So the thing that's out of balance, you have all the elements that you need to pull together. The only one that you're not aware that you have potentially in balance or ready to go is the emotional, spiritual self in some way. So that could be, sorry, I'm just going to take these off because they're making me itch. So that could be something about yourself, belief in yourself, or some form of healing on you, whether emotionally or spiritually. I feel like there's a lack of faith in either yourself or the bigger universe picture. And that is what is holding you back from creating this abundance that you're looking for. And there is an unlocking when Mercury goes back to direct. Sorry, that is that blue light. I tell you what, that blue light thing does make a difference. That as Mercury goes direct in the next few days, as it starts to come direct and out of, so it goes direct tomorrow, and then the next few days, there's this realization that more faith of self. I don't know if you've ever looked into alchemy, confidence in who I am. Okay, that feels probably the more sure thing. So I feel like there's some sort of unlocking with Mercury going direct again for you, and allowing yourself to see how you sit and feel with things. And I think we've said this, or was it you that said that earlier about leaning into it, sitting in and feeling with that. Um, I feel like you fear a monster inside you. Not a monster, is that what I mean? I don't know. That I don't want to say Jekyll and Hyde because I don't feel like it. It feels more like, this is going to sound really weird, more like Shrek. So like Shrek thinks he's ugly and horrible, but he's not. He's actually a really great guy. And I feel like it's part of that confidence of thinking that you're something horrible when you're not actually something horrible. You might be a really great guy who did some bad things or made some bad choices, but that doesn't make you a bad person. And it's, yeah, it's forgiving that and recognizing that there were lessons in that moment. You've created some dark moments in this lifetime. Okay. And I feel like it's not about, it's about removing, it's forgiving so that you, and showing self-compassion so that you can remove the shame, and you don't have to bring that person out into the forelight for everybody to kind of see, witness. You don't have to share all that, but you do have to acknowledge and heal it and accept that part of you. It's integrating shadow, and I feel like once you do that, it's almost like this unlocking, and the abundance happens, comes right through. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Grief, shame, shadow, pain. I feel like you grieve for the choice you didn't make, the option you didn't take. I feel like I had a choice and I chose that path, but you made the best choice you could in that moment, and it's about recognizing that other version of yourself got you here. And you can make a different choice this time. You've been making a different choice time and time again. It was a learning part, but there is some form of this compassion, this self-healing. That's the only thing that's missing from you really harnessing the alchemical balance that you need to have this full abundance in your life. It's time to choose to heal. I don't know if you've been stressed and you have this part of your skin that itches, eczema or psoriasis or something. And the more stressed you are, the more it itches, and the more you itch, the more it hurts. And it's kind of like, don't, don't itch it. Don't itch it. Don't scratch the itch. Work out why you're stressed. But yeah, there is something that needs healing. It it just feels like you think it's a monster that is buried in the depths of shadow. And actually, when you witness it and allow it to come up, it's not as big and scary as you think it is. You think it's this massive, scary ogre, and it's not. It's Shrek. It's just a guy that's misunderstood and needs a bit of love and understanding. Yeah, it does feel a bit overthinky. But we're in Gemini season now, right? So yeah, when Mercury goes right and we're in Gemini season, which is now, by the way. I'm very aware we're in Gemini season for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that's stopping you from having the balance. It's just this emotional healing, this self-healing, self-compassion, self-forgiveness. I hope that's helpful in some way for you, James. I said they were going to be snappy, and then I've gone into other things. But well done on the 5 years. That's incredible. Okay. Karen. Let's go with Karen. Karen. Okay. Work. Are you working hard because you're squirreling some stuff away? Are you saving? Oh, are you looking to put money away for a child? Researching that? I feel like you're working to squirrel something away. Wow. Kiddo brought in some healing, right? Helped you reprioritize things a little bit. I'm glad, James. Oh, Karen, this kiddo's magic. Brought in healing. Starting her bank account. Amazing. But I don't know if it's also made you think about these things come in and they change us, and it's about us. It's made you assess, do I want to be working, or can I perhaps cut down the working a little bit and spend time with a wee one at the band. Also, this has been incredibly healing for you in other levels as well. But now it's like, well, it kind of gives you this reset, this reassessment of, okay, we've had a pretty awful 2.5, 3 years. And this little miracle, this little bit of hope and love's come in, made you fall in love with humans and life all over again. And that makes you reassess life. Like, do I want to keep working? Do I need a retirement plan? Do I need to start the retirement plan? Do I need to cut back on the working? And I think you can. I think it might take some play. It might take some strategizing, like getting creative. But I think you can rebuild your life into a different way if you want to. And there's a choice with this. You can choose to leave something that isn't working for you right now, that isn't making you happy, and rebuild your life in a different way. Healing taking the forefront as well. I do. I feel like you want a bigger role. Bigger role? Is there a bigger role? I don't know, but you. Oh, wow. That would explain cutting in half. Yeah. That would also explain why it's in page form. So it would be not quite yet, but planning for it. It's not quite the time to take the action, but it's time to plan and get curious with it. But yes, making different choices. It just feels like a whole reassessment, a restructure of how you can make the material work for you without doing more. I'm so glad you're doing that. That makes me smile so much. But again, right, you can develop that up until it gets you, develop that until build that up until it reaches where you want it to be. 10 of Cups, joy, bliss, happiness. You will get it. And it's crystals on there, which to me is very earth-based. I feel you will find the structure. But I feel like the whole life event has been quite healing. There's light and joy and blissful joy, peak emotional happiness that has permeated some very dark times and it's brought healing and faith back in. Not just for you, but for everybody around you. I've just spotted a load of glitter all over my keyboard as well. I swear that wasn't there earlier. This kid is Stardust. Hope that's helpful, Karen. Is KJ still there? If you'd like a reading, let me know. If you're still there and you'd like a reading, let me know. It's 1:45 here. Hope that's helpful in some way, Karen. Oh, I can imagine. You're very powerful, Karen, so I can only imagine how much you're bringing up for them to be working through. Yes. Calling. Okay. Is KJ still there? Carmen, you can absolutely have a reading. Also, your profile pic is fabulous. Oh, why did that disappear? I didn't do anything. Okay, so first of all, very practical, grounded person. Beautiful home. Dress well, keep well. I can tell that by your picture, but it's in the card as well. But there is, I'm glad, Karen. I don't know if this is you teaching or I feel like you're teaching in some way or guiding in some way. Sorry, I'm just trying to. So there has been things in the last month or so that may have tested faith, teachings, looking for guidance, spiritual guidance in some way, because of something that happened. Something came in that has been a test for you and potentially sent you to some form of what you feel is rock bottom, but it came in for a reason, and it wasn't to break you. It was actually when you hit rock bottom, the bottom, it can only go up from there. You can only go up from there. And I feel like that's what this has done. It came in April, May time, and it's knocked you down potentially to begin with. And you're like, oh, can it get any hi, Bunsfish? Um, Hitting the bottom, and then it's coming back up. And you'll realize why you hit that bottom when you come back up. But the good news is things are about to turn up for you, and really quite quickly. Um, it came in to teach you a lesson, a spiritual lesson of some kind. Um, and things really are going to get moving. I don't know if you're going to hear news soon. But when you do start coming up again, I feel like you need to reflect back to what this bottom point was, because there is something from that. There is a lesson from that bottom point that will absolutely, it was a lesson that you have to carry forward with you for in the future with you. It was for some form of spiritual growth, and that won't make sense right now, but it will do in the future. I hope that makes some sort of sense to you, Carmen. That's what I got. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. First of all, I'm glad you got your hearing back. Now is the healing journey back up to you need do you need to have a conversation with someone about the trauma, the emotional experience of what you went through? I can see that you are not a bad person at all. It does tell me that you are a very kind and caring person. But to me, it feels like there may be things that need to be talked through because of the effect that it had on you. And now you're in a place where you are on the healing way back up, that you can now, that will help you process and things move forward. I hope that helps. That's really what I'm getting. Okay, Jess. Bunsfish, yes, I will get to you. I have Jess, and then I have KJ, and then, which you can't see because you're on Twitch, not Facebook. And then, yes, absolutely, I will do that. Amazing, Carmen. I feel like that will help. That talking will help everything move so much quicker when you get that therapist. Okay, Jess. You have options. You have an opportunity, and the only thing you have to juggle, which makes it sound really easy for me to say, all you have to juggle is time. And if things have felt really tight and constricted right now, it's because that you're on the verge of this big expansion coming up in the next month to 2 months. And when it does, so at the moment it could feel like everything's tight and blocked because it feels like you're in a bottleneck and you're just kind of waiting to go. But once you get out the other side, you know what it's like when you have a bottleneck in traffic jam. You're like waiting and you're shuffling, and then once you get out the other side of it, boom, the road's clear. That's where you are right now. You're in this little period of constriction so that, boom, you can go fast. As soon as you get into like I want to say Leo season, so what's that, 20th of July, things are really moving quickly. They'll start, you'll feel this tightness. This tightness will be in about a month's time, and it's tight for a little while, but come a month later, end of July, boom, everything's moving again. You can feel it. It's because you're on the verge. I don't actually, is it that? No, now is a month. It started a month ago, this tightness, this stuckness. It started a month ago, and a month from now, which will take us to 1st of July, yes, Leo season, it will start moving. By the end, by a month after that, in 8 weeks, your life will be moving so fast again. So fast. Okay. You need to know that you're good enough for what's coming in. What it is you want to manifest, you have to know that you deserve it. And you deserve it just because you exist. So yes, right now it's tightness within a month, expansion and exponential expansion, everything moving quickly, and to the point where you can actually decide, you have an element of stability, so you can decide where you want to go from there. Plus you can appreciate what you've just been through as well. Hope that helps, Jess. Okay, KJ, sorry, you've been really patient, and I will get there. If Bunsfish is still there, I will absolutely do Bunsfish. Okay, KJ. I don't know if you have, this is going to sound weird. It's either a child or a pet that is absolute, your absolute joy, bliss and joy. If you tell me this is a calf, I'm just going to die, honestly, but it's not. You are so welcome, Jess, and thank you. Feels like a child. 2 daughters, okay. I don't know if one of them has extreme emotions or they get frustrated. So they can go from very happy to very frustrated very quickly. And that can take some what's the word I'm looking for? It can be frustrating for you too. And so resilience is the word. Thank you. Resilience. There's resilience required from you to navigate that. I'm just going to pull a couple more. I'm not a doctor, so please don't. This is just the energy I'm getting, and I'm not. But I don't know if she gets frustrated because everyone tells her how smart she is. Everyone tells her how she has this potential if she just focused, if she just did this. Now, I'm like I said, I'm not a doctor, but it feels very ADHD kind of energy. And female centric ADHD does not present like the males do, not bouncing everywhere, but the emotions can sway back and forth. And it's not that they're not trying, it's the fact that the brain is wired differently. Okay. It just feels very trying to navigate the world. Oh, and 10. So we have hormones potentially kicking in there too. So everything is going to be even more. I have an 11-year-old that is very similar. And if I say the wrong thing, oh my God, that's in the room. It does. I'm not a doctor. It just feels very because you're always told you're very clever if you could just focus, very clever if you could just do this, da 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 da. And I get that that's how things are worded, but I don't know if she feels like she's not good enough or that she's not performing to her full potential. And it's not that she doesn't have it in there, it's just accessing it in a different way. Um, and actually, sometimes it's just if it goes unnoticed and the only way I can describe it is because I'm awaiting that as an adult diagnosis, is that and like I said, my daughter has very similar traits. And because you're always told if you could just focus, and then you think that there's something wrong with you, but you can't help it because you can't focus. And I know everyone goes, "Oh, squirrel," but it's that kind of but very daydreamy, off with the fairies, and then because you can ask them to do something, and then they forget, and it's not because they're lazy, it's because they genuinely forget. And so if you ask them again and then again, she's in classes that gets extra help with it. Okay, so again, if that's struggling to focus, maybe that's worth looking into. There's a really good website, I don't know if you're in the UK, called Attitude, ADD Etude. And they do a little screening test for female centric ADHD on there. Okay, so it's genetic as well. It tends to run in families. So yeah, maybe it's worth getting her checked or screened for it, just to make sure, not because you want the label necessarily, but because sometimes it's hard to get the things in place to support them if they don't have the label, for want of a better word. But I feel like once that has it allows a lot of old programming and old narrative to be change from "you're not doing good enough" to "look how much you've achieved when the world wasn't set up for you." And so it empowers her and gives her self-worth back. um it's not that fast over here either, to be honest. I've got to wait 2.5 years to that's adult. But my son, well, he's being screened. I've still got to see about my daughter. But I do feel like just having a few changes and having that recognized means that the support then becomes there, and then the full potential can be accessed in a way that works for her outside of the system. Well, not outside of the system. The system's set up wrong for anybody that's neurodivergent. So, um, yeah, just give her the support she needs. And I just feel like that's what's potentially going on when you have hormones chucked in there as well. you suddenly have bits of your body growing in different ways than it was before. Your body's literally changing shape. You've got hormones going all over. You don't know what mood you've got going on. Um, it's horrible being 10. Really. It's well, it's not horrible, but it's horrible if you're misunderstood. Um, and I just feel like that could be what's going on there, especially if you have it. There's more potential that that's a thing. Yeah, I feel you, KJ. I have an 11-year-old that is about to move up to next school, and everything is the last of everything, and plus hormones, plus cycles, and all sorts, and hair growing in places, and I remember it not being a fun time for me. So, um, but yeah, but I do feel that's. And also, if you've been down that path already, and I don't know when you were diagnosed, when that was picked up for you, but you've been on that path, and so you can recognize, you can help her maneuver that before you get anything else put in as well. Feels like a good kid though, very creative. Should do gymnastics. There are things in her that echo how you were. I think that's why you might have picked it up already. I feel like Dad might have to learn how to navigate things slightly differently. He loves dearly, very set in his ways though. Like, oh no, well, we do this, this, and this. And maybe there needs to be some navigating. Very good dad. I'm not saying he's a bad dad. I'm just saying there might be things. It could be gymnastics, or there's something about flipping and running and jumping. There's something about that that's yeah, wow. Stephanie, would you like a reading before I disappear? I don't know if Bunsfish is still here. If not, I'm going to change the deck for you though, Stephanie. If you'd like a reading, I mean, okay, cool. I feel like there's a creative outlet for her. There, yeah, I just feel like he's not, and I don't know. Right, sorry, Stephanie, I don't know if it's a case of he's never experienced it, so he doesn't really get it, and that's not his fault. He's very caring, but I don't know. There's just I don't know. He doesn't know what to do, so he just. I don't know. What was that? I was going to say. I don't know. He's a very good dad, though. He's not a bad dad. I just think he can't understand it or grasp it quite so much. I think unless you're in it, I don't think you really get it. Like how sounds can be overwhelming, or smells can be overwhelming, or textures you can eat something and it be bad once and it's enough to put you off. But yeah, you are so welcome, KJ. Okay, Stephanie. Okay. Ooh. You have a decision to make, Stephanie. And I think you've been looking at the world around you and looking at what support you have. Who is on your side? Why am I saying that? Who is on your side? But there's some sort of clarity right now. I don't know if you're making decisions to cut ties, or you're trying to make decisions based on what you can be sure of. I feel like you've been trying to make a decision. People have been wiffle waffly. take it right back to what you know for sure that you have your secure foundation, and you can move forward that way. And that's not saying that you have to cut people out if they can't help you. That's not what I'm saying. Understanding that some people can't commit to certain things and people can, which I really do think you get, but I feel like there's something you need to make a decision on to move forward. And I think things are as clear as they're going to be. You have all the information you can kind of have right now, and it's about prioritizing the emotional well-being of you and those you are responsible for. Because I think somebody has been wishy-washy, non-committal, and you're like, no, we need to know, we need foundation, we need structure, we need things in place that are going to help us move forward. And it's about ensuring that you have you're prioritizing emotional needs, but make sure that you are, oh my God, when you commit to something, you take it on wholeheartedly and you keep moving forward with it. Just make sure you're not taking on too much and that you are allowing yourself to rely on people. Very stoic. Literally has the word stoicism on here. And that's okay, but there is support around you. You need to ask for it. But I think what puts you off asking is the emotional well-being of you and the people that you need to ask from. I don't know if there's an emotional toll to that, to asking them to help, and you'd rather be okay on your own without the help. So maybe it's about looking at different options of support, or realizing that there's other options of support that don't have the same emotional toll. Because I feel like when you have to ask certain people for help, it is anxiety inducing. You never quite know which way it's going to go with them. It can be amazing, and sometimes there's inconsistencies in this person, which makes you not want to choose them, not see them as an option. Maybe it's about having a conversation. Look, if you're going to be a part of my life, you need to be consistent. You need to be reliable. You need to be committed when you say you're going to offer your services. I stopped telling my best friend everything, how I'm feeling, because I feel like it's too much. I feel like there needs to be an opportunity for you to put that somewhere else. Also, she's an adult. She can tell you if it's too much. She has the option to tell you yes or no, that it's too much for her to handle. But there are new beginnings coming in for you, new opportunities. There's something coming in, and for you to be able to take it, you need to have your support and foundation and structure in place so that you can have that support around you to do it, because you're more than capable. But it is about bringing that in. You're going to be able to plan soon. Have you not been able to plan for a while? Plan and enjoy and have some fun, have an adventure. It's coming in. There's just this little bit to get through, but that's going to need asking for help. I feel like that's the thing that unlocks the new stuff, is allowing people in to help and allowing people to support. Because as strong as you are, we can be as strong as anything, but sometimes we have to help. We are a communal thing. It's been rough since November. New stuff's coming in. Yes. New stuff is coming in to help you build back up again. New energy is coming in the next month or so. New energy is coming in. It's just about getting through and making sure that you use your support network to help you get through that. It's not for much longer. progress, and you can start making plans again. I feel like the energy is going to change in the next month and then moving forward. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. I love that song. I hope that's helpful. I get by with a little help from my friends. Maybe there's friends you can count on that you haven't considered that you can, or you don't feel comfortable asking them for help or saying that you're not. I don't know. There are other friends as well as the one that you know already you can talk to. I feel like there's another one. There's another two that you can also call in if you need to. You just need to recognize that you can. Oh, look at that. I was about to come off and then I actually got one. Bye, Zay. Please don't interact with scammers. Please don't. They're scammers. Anyone who says, I will never ask you to DM, by the way. Someone actually went to the effort of copying my actual profile last week. That was quite the something, having messages saying, have you been hacked? No. If you get anybody who has a friend request from Magpie Moonchild, I can't send you a friend request because I am a page, not a person profile. So I can never send friend requests regardless. And I'll never ask you to inbox. I will never inbox you directly or ask you on a post to inbox me unless you want a competition or something. But I'm not running any competitions at the moment, so that's not likely. I might do a giveaway soon, though. I have got some stuff to give away, so I'll go from there. Anyway, thank you to everybody who let me read for you tonight. I love reading. You know I love reading. That's why I come and do it randomly. I don't know what I'm doing over the weekend. So I say the weekend because it's Wednesday. I don't know. I might be on later in the week. But I will give you more notice than just turning up next time. And so yeah, Thursday or Friday, I don't know what I'm doing. I have non-fixed plans. So if the plans don't happen, then I will be on. Let's put it that way, randomly. But I do have a tethering session next weekend, next Saturday. I'm doing tethering of the with Tina and Alison. They do the tethering. I want to say it's the root that we're doing, or the crown. And yeah, so there's a collective tethering. I can do that quickly for you, Alexandra's. Yeah, we're doing tethering of that. So it's a collective one next weekend. It is advertised on the wall. And yeah, if I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if you can leave reviews on my page. But if you've had a reading and you feel inclined to leave a review, please feel free to do that. I love feedback, good or bad, by the way. If it was bad, if it wasn't spot on, please put it on there too. It's really important that people know what they're getting with my readings. But yeah, there's tethering. I really want to say the root next Saturday, the 11th. I think it's $45 for that, and you get that, and then there's a code. Nancy channels a code, and then I decode the code. So you kind of get 3 things as part of that. So yeah, what else have I got going on? I've got a couple of duo lives coming up soon, so I've got all trio lives coming up soon. So I'll get them advertised when they're sorted as well. Okay, Alexandra's. Something came in. Everybody's had these big things coming in. This thing's been challenging for you, and it's taken a lot of effort and energy from you to kind of keep going and keep plodding on, Alexandra's, and keep plodding, keep moving on, keep doing what you know to do. And it is falling down on your traditional is that the word I'm looking for? Night, Beth. Stick to proven behaviors of you and others, proven behaviors, proven systems, proven ways of doing things, traditional. I feel like it has to be, you have to have tangible proof that this thing works. And you have to do it honestly and diligently. One foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, plodding on, ploughing on, because soon all the work that you've been doing will be paying off. So if you've put in the work, you will get the payoff for it. If you haven't done the work, then it's not going to pay off for you. You're going to get back exactly what you put in. And it has to be proven effort, proven behavior, proven documents, proven. And if you're sending something and it needs to be there by a certain time, you need to get the proof that it was sent there. Send it recorded, send it for I feel like it's about proof. There's a proof. There's a chance to prove yourself coming up, and it's about how much you put in and how much you to how much you will get back. Hope that helps in some way, Alexandras. And now I am absolutely going because it is 20 past midnight. I haven't seen my husband this evening. I'm very thrilled Johnny Depp got all 3 counts. I thought he would get 1 at the most, and he got all 3 counts. So yeah. So thank you to everybody that came and joined tonight. Thank you to everybody who let me read. Thank you to everybody who donated. And I will see you at some point in the next 5 days, because that's all I can commit to. It'll be at some point in the next 5 days. And I will see you then. Bye for now.